Greetings and meaners. In addition to Check It If Collected transformation, and today we're going to be checking out JJ04 and also NBK translucent green and neon green. So screeners and meaners, we're almost there, one step closer to making it, and trust me, we're closer than what you think. With that being said, let's go. Everybody. Okay, screeners and meaners, and real quick, let's go and get this out the way. Move this back, and these are our three that we're going to be working with. We're going to put in, that is Combiner Wars Mixmaster right there. And that's how he looks. And we're going to probably not combine him. I don't know yet, and we'll see what we're going to go into. But we're going to concentrate on these three. We're going to bring in the NBKs first, and then we're going to bring in the JJ last. All right. First thing we want to do, back this up. Right, and the things you want to do is that I've already removed the weapons, and these are the weapons here, if you guys can see, and they do stick on the bottom. The bottom they stick onto is about right in the ports of right here, and they do not stick very well. Excuse me, the band-aid. They don't stick very well, so just want to let you guys know that, to give you the ups for that, because they do not stay in there very well. You might want to put a piece of tape in there, or actually put them somewhere else. All right. First thing we want to do as far as transformation, and we're going to look at this. This figure is looser than this figure. This figure has tighter joints, if you've already seen the review, and I know it's quite long, but we're going to try to stick with this as we can. All right, so we're just going to go into and just look at this right now. Now, the first thing we want to do is we're going to actually go and look at these ports here. I'm going to turn on the bottom after you remove the weapon from here, and that's already out the way. What you're going to do is this. You're going to bring this part out, like so, and just be careful with it because they are tight. All right, and that's that little part there, if you guys can see right in there. It's a little piece that comes clipped in there. You're going to do the same thing over here, and then that's pretty much about it. Now, it's up to you what you want to do with this, but I personally don't do anything just yet and just leave them loose and try to move out. All right, next what I go is to extend the feet. Let's bring the feet up to the top, bring it here, and just go and split this part as soft as you can as possible. Now, those that buy these from different vendors, they do let you know that you have to be extremely careful with them because they are soft and a lot of joints and stuff, whatever. Like that cool effect back there. Anyways, all right, so we're going to go ahead and put this out and pull the legs forward. Just want to get those out of the way just because, and that's pretty much it we're going to be working with. All right, so we're just going to move this for a second, sorry. And then we're going to be going here to the feet. You can go and extend them out, you know, put the spurs out and just pull them there. There, and that's it. And go ahead and turn them around because these are going to end up being the knees. Also, there's a point here where you can move the bumper up and down. It's up to you what you want to do. I personally, they're going to come down anyway, so it really doesn't matter. If you guys can see on the side, it's versus up versus here, and it really generally doesn't matter. It's just up to you what you want to do if you want to go in with that step. Now, what you're going to do is this: come to the back here and to the back, to the top, back part, top, whatever, doesn't matter, and split these apart. And be careful because in some cases they are tight, so make sure both those sides are loose there. And then you're going to extend the arms out like so. And then look, this piece is very loose. It's going to come out to the side. So that's it. Once you have those exposed, you take these and just collapse these here. All right. And that first side, go to the next and do the other one at the same time. And that's it. And what you're going to want to do is bring the worms forward. Bring them to the side there. That's it. All right. And what you're going to want to do is just bring the hand out. Now you're gonna have to probably get something in there since this here is the tightest thing on there, but I had put some tool in there, oil, and that didn't even work the way it did. So we're gonna stop right here for a second, and then we're gonna come back and then get to it. All right, so once we got your little piece that you got here, and bring this in there, turn this fist around and close this, and you kind of like got to get this to wiggle, stay in there sometimes for it to go flat. Do the same thing over here. All right, pull the arms out. And the reason I'm telling you to do the arms now is because it makes it easier to grip something too because of what you're going to do next. And this is probably one of the simpler transformation when it comes to the NBKs, just because they are, and just because it is, and that's it. So you might run into a point where it stops here, if you guys can see that. Just gonna put that. You got to kind of wiggle to get it down in there. Now, which is very important. which I think is important. You see these little flimsy little hinges here that they've already taken a beating from transformation and stop motion that I've done. That is a problem. I don't know if it's going to be some issues where it fall off, but for right now they're together and we're going to work with that. So what you want to do is take these back ports here, which is right on the underarm, which gives them super hyper extension. I don't know if I actually showed that in the review, but it is from there. So you're going to take this and pull in there. Now, the reason why I pulled the hand out is because you want to kind of like just force it in there a little bit and to give you something extra grip too, in case you have to hold back or if a case tries to snap back on you and put in place. All right, you can do the same thing over here. You're going to do that and then put that in like so. I'll move that out of the way. And sometimes it just doesn't want to go. Sometimes it just doesn't want to do that. And it's just annoying. And that's it. So that'll give you the hinge piece that you need to hold onto or to lock in place. All right, you're going to come up here to the head. You can have these around the way you want to. It's totally up to you. But next you're going to come up to the head and then you're going to concentrate on these pieces right here around that. So get some light in there. All right, so what you want to do is just pull this down to the side like so, get something in there, and I turn this face around just to make the transformation look more cleaner on the bottom, just since I do a lot of the transformation and then I tend to have to turn them upside down. I don't like too much seeing the face too much. I want to try to keep it as, you know, in disguise as possible. All right, and then there you go. You are finished with your first of the set. And put this to the side here, and we're just gonna go ahead and put his weapon in there, give him one of the weapons and stuff. But just side note, they are extremely hard to stand. It depends on the spurs and how they stand. Actually, I found the pegs on the base plate works out a lot better for that, for this particular model. So I don't know, whatever to me, I'm not exactly sure. Now, next up, we're going to tackle is our translucent friend right here. Okay, screeners and meaners, we're going to get a quick look around, and I absolutely love this thing. I think that's pretty much cool, and we're going to put this one in combined mode, and it is very simple but difficult at the same time. Now what you're going to do is basically keep this as the same, just how it is, with two particular things that you are going to do. And the reason why I have the face turn around, because again, give it a clean look, transformation and stuff, and also especially these are combiners, so you want to go ahead and do that. Now what you are going to focus on is the cabin area, and it is difficult in some cases and it's easier in other cases. But what you're going to want to do is this. All right, you're going to come bring it to the front. All right, and what you're going to want to do is these are going to come loose, which is fine. But what you're going to want to do is go here first. Then you'll go to the back and unrelease that. Sorry. All right. You're going to come back and bring these legs forward. And you realize this has this little double hinge, triple thing going on here. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. But what I did was this. I loosened the spurs first. Okay. Pull these up and kind of out of the way. Just because you see what's going on in there, then you can kind of tell and see what's happening. And that's pretty much about it. Loosen these back. All right. And what you want to do is have this piece here. And if you guys can see in there, there's this hinge that exists that you really can't tell, that feels like it's about to break. So in order to get that out the way and to get whatever, and since you can kind of see what's going on here, just go ahead and split this apart. All right, and now you can see it exposed a little bit more as far as it goes with the hinge. You want to get this to come forward to actually make kind of a foot, and that is what that is your main focus on all this. All right, project footing. Anyways, you're gonna take this and kind of pull this out, and here you're gonna lift up just a little bit, and then you're gonna kind of pull forward, and then it comes out like so. And I don't know why they made that so difficult, and I would have rather it been a hinge or a clip or a push or something of such, but they didn't. They went with a design as such like that. But hey, listen, I'm still digging, I'm still pushing it from there, it's whatever. So you see that same hinge you had before that's actually in there? You see where that comes down at? That's what you're trying to get back to. That's what you want to try to get back to where that's going to go. And it's going to try to just fit right there in place. Not the best made, but at the same time too, I'm still here trying to, you know, stick it all the way through, because we started this and we have to finish it. Like I said, I'm very surprised of how they actually have these competitors going up toe to toe with the big dogs at Hasbro and all the rest of them, and them, you know, kind of selling the rights and seeing how interesting, see how they come and stuff. But I guess that's the thing, that, you know, it's more money for the for the toy industry, and it comes around from there. Oh, did I do something wrong? I did. See that? You see? Yeah, it's just supposed to be up. So here we go. Screeners and mirrors. I'm so sorry. See, I put that in there, and then that's it. And I know you guys are gonna fillet me later, but again, at the same time, trust me, if I probably shouldn't have used the translucent version for this, but at the same time, I thought it'd be just kind of cool and kind of incorporate, since I have them here now. And it's gonna sit right on top, and the pieces will come out. They'll do different things and stuff that you won't be happy with, but that's pretty much about it. So once you have that set and you have the foot, and it does have like a little nice little pivot to it, you're going to bring this up like so, and you are going to put this right back in that little clip, right back in that slot. That's what your aim is, right? And you're going to put that so once it stays, which I'm surprised it was doing it before, but it's not really doing it now. I'm not sure. Maybe that's another port or something. I mean, I thought it actually showed that it's actually possible to go back in there and stuff, but actually, nope, I think that's wrong, because that it would not be able to pivot if that's the case. So shame on me. We're just gonna plug them, put them back, and then that's it. And we're gonna leave it like that. I'm pretty for sure that may be it. I can revert back to the but I just like the way it looks. So if I'm wrong, I don't want to be right. Haha. Anyways, so let's take care of that. You can see that it is, when, you know, as far as the height goes. And now we're going to mess with the JJ. You see pieces already flying out right now. It's the reason why I left this the way it is, and that's going to be how this is going to work. Okay, just skipping ahead there. Shouldn't have skipped ahead there. Anyways, now this is very different, and I'm pretty sure there's some other parts that goes to this, because it has a lot of things going on. First thing you want to do is this. I have some ideas about storage and weapon on different vehicles. Hopefully I'll do that, maybe a bigger master review. I'm trying to keep them as short as I can as possible, and I've been feeling that lately, but we're going to try to keep this one as much as can as possible. All right, upside down, as you can see, I have the gun here, or the blaster, in hand. So it has a port for there, but this port does not work. At least on mine, it doesn't. A lot of these here, the figures I have, especially with the JJs, are all pre-orders. Like, these are things, as soon as I see them come in, I can look for them almost like on a day-by-day basis to look and see to have them. And actually, I've noticed to actually just kind of storage to put the, you know, the weapons here in different areas. Now, they do come with 3 different pieces of weapons, but this here folds over here. I'm not going to go and show you the whole thing and stuff, but this here folds over here, and then I just take this out, and then I take this out. All right. And now there's extension for a weapon that comes to make a bigger weapon later. And that weapon I have, if you can hear, it's in there. And I did that because, of course, these make that noise, and I did that to kind of do that for this one here. And they don't have a port where you can open this, so you want to get something in there that you can kind of slide and have that open. And as you can see, I have this open. Actually, did something pretty cool in the stop motion. At least I thought it was cool, with the back having open like that. But it could have been a little bit better, but it is what it is. All right, now here's the weird part. All right, the transformation for this right here, step by step, we're going to go as far as it is for transforming a foot. Then we'll go into the transformation, which is very similar to those, but different nonetheless. All right, so what you want to do is this. You're going to pull this out and pull this out here, because there really is no other way, because that's the first step they tell you to do in the what you call it, the instructions. And then you're going to come back and pull this here. Now, these sits on these ports and these plugs inside there, and it's probably hard to see, but it does have like a little connection point where it just holds down. And I wish the port's a little bit thicker. I'm not gonna lie to you, because they don't hold the best, and I'm not sure if that was on purpose for whatever reason, but what you're going to see what's going to happen right now. You do pretty much the same thing you did with over there. And what you're going to do is come right here to the front here to have the spurs and the feet. All right. And how that works is this. You pull this up, one on this side. And again, the simplicity, again, if I'm saying it wrong, word wrong, excuse me, whatever the may be of it. All right. Pull these up and out the way. If I didn't from all the other side, I missed a spot. All right. And you're going to pull them out like so, the same way you had that here. But there's a difference. You're going to pull these wheels up here, which gives you good indication of the separation, because it's different color than the rest. And I think this is actually cool with the little silver taps, the way they unplug them in there, I'd rather the silver push plugs than the screws. But again, the screws I think for back, so you can have the hidden, but that's enough of that chatter. Anyways, The bumper does not move like the other ones do. So what you're going to do is this. You kind of do the same thing with the addition of inside here. These pieces are just there. Now, since you have to work on one side, not the other, and you kind of have to expand it out a little bit, you want to go ahead and separate it the same way I had the other ones and stuff. Look at this, and you see the little hinge that stands on, the little plug that stays in there and stuff. Same thing on the other side. And what you're going to do is the same thing. You're going to pull up just a little bit and pop out. Now, that scares me because one day I know I'm going to break it. I know I am. But we're going to leave that alone for now, all right? Do the same thing over here. Pull this up just a little bit, and you pull it and everything. That was a little bit better, but you can see some looseness already there from them push plugs. So I might have to be wrong about the, saying about the screws. Anyways, have the feet come up and have this like so. Now, this is a weird one, screeners and meters, just to let you guys know. This here, I believe, because there's no instructions on it, I believe these spurs somehow ends up being the other way around. Just because once you have this together and sitting down, it just doesn't help at all. It just doesn't. It doesn't really stay. So I'm assuming, and there's no swivel action in the waist. So I'm assuming that they're going to send another part for this to kind of sit on. Or maybe these stand all the way up. I mean, that does give a little bit of leverage. And as far as it goes for the combined mode, but as for right now, it just doesn't stay. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Maybe if I put this, okay, that kind of stays, but then it kind of doesn't. That looks like that's going to be kind of awkward. It's like he's leaning forward, and you don't even see the rest of him. Whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and get into, and that's it for the combined mode. Transformation mode for them, so we're done with them because those two are taken care of, but we're not really going to finish the transformation mode for this, but that's just pretty much how they look. All right, so we're going to come here, bring the legs out, go here, and just kind of collapse these back into place because you're actually going to need them. You could use them for like a sub transformation or a hidden transformation. It's totally up to you. I have not. I don't really see there's a need for that because he cannot stand at all. So I mean, he's not Mixmaster unless he has all his little complexities of looking really girthy. So yeah. So anyways, take the spurs, turn them around. All right, and come bring this back into place. And the only thing we really did before anybody gets into it is that we just pull down the front and then collapse it here, and that's already a step of the transformation you have to do anyway. And again, on mine, just kind of holds into place where they kind of kick the legs forward a little bit. It's a little better built than the a little bit more sturdy, but it has its little issues or whatever. Stands a little taller as well too, as you can already see. All right, so you're going to come here to the part here, and what you're going to do is this. Now this is very important, extremely important, screeners and mirrors, and you guys got to remember this. There's these little ports that stick right here on this side. What you want to do before you do anything else is make sure you loosen those. So you hold this and press this into place. All right, pull them out, and there you're going to have them snap because they do have these little teeth, and they are aggressive. If you guys can see that, I mean, just really mean. They will hold on, and I heard something crack. I'm pretty sure there's something loose that will break soon, but again, we're just gonna. I hope it doesn't break until after I finish the combined mode. All right, with that being said, you're going to take this, leave the arms out, and then pull these up, okay? All right, and now you're going to make sure they're out of the place with the plugs. If you guys can see directly in there, you see the plugs in there. And you're going to pull this out to the side, like so, then up. I'm sorry, like so. Actually, should be the other way around, so it's whatever. So yeah, one to the front. That, turn the head around. It does have light piping. And I almost missed too. Yes, the part here, this does come down or either up because this comes out or come off, and that's for both of them. So you can have it the way you want to plug, but we're going to look over to see what it look like so far with the combined mode anyway. At least for what the parts that we do have, and that's pretty much it on that. All right, so bring this here, head hair, turn around, and the cool thing about this here, just for balance and safety or whatever purpose and reasons and stuff like that. Oh, one more step. You got to put this plug in here, which is a slot right in there, which is a nice soft ratchet little pull. I think I like it a little bit better than the NBK. I'm just saying, and stuff, but it doesn't mean that JJ is completely winning, but it kind of is winning. So, all right, go out to the side here, on the side. You know, let's put this together, try to make it collapse as possible, just due to the fact of reasoning of balance. And then you get your little piece that you kind of get in here, which I might customize that a little bit to try to make something to put in my nail or something in there. But that's it. And actually, now that I look at this, I'm pretty sure that might have helped with the combined mode, but we'll see once we get the rest of the parts and stuff, or whatever the deal may be. All right, hint, hint. Anyways, all right. So, and there you go. You have it. There is the Mixmaster all across the board. JJ 04, JJ Neon Green, and then also JJ Translucent. And he does come with the weapons and stuff. He does hold them. It's pretty cool. What you can do, bring him back in here just a second. And there you go. That's it. And you can add this to the blade if you want. I kind of leave it off. Just, it's whatever. It just makes it heavier. Kind of make them unbalanced. I just like the way it looks cool the way it is right now. And there he is. There you have your three. Now compared to those, which I'm trying to keep the videos as short as I can because they've been extremely long. I mean, foot-wise and purpose, just cause. And if you're looking to see the comparisons with that, just to add into the video extra, let's bring these up a little bit. Is the mainstream has Mixmaster is the Hasbro Combiner Wars. All right, and we're gonna bring them in just a second just to see what it looks like versus, you know, that. All right, there's a foot to the side, and he just took a tumble back. We're gonna leave him on the ground, which is comparison height wise almost perfect. Scale wise just works, and just the color wise works excellent with that. The JJ is still taller, and most of the figures seem to be taller, just because across the board. And that's pretty much it. All right, so let's see what it looks like in transformation mode. Height wise is basically you got the JJ, which actually have the height that it really needs. I mean, the face figure wise look, and also the quality as far as viewership actually looks where you can kind of see where they're very similar in some areas. So I have to hand it up, especially to that. So, you know, and that works, screeners and meters. That really does work. And I'm very interested how this is going to actually play out. And I still think the JJ might be an inch or inch and a half bigger due to the fact that the scale factor-wise goes. But it is coming in kind of close. I think JJ will be bigger than the NBK, I'm sorry. And overall, I do believe the tightened, Combiner Wars ends up being bigger until Jim Pow finish theirs. And that is going to be something serious, and I cannot wait for that if you've seen the review. Or if you've seen the sneak peek. So, anyways, yeah, so let's go ahead and get these little figures in and get them combined to some pieces. Okay, screeners and meters, looks like deja vu, huh? Yes, it does. And we're almost there. Almost there. And just so you guys know, there is a key that goes into this. That's the blaster. I'm telling you right now that I have both the legs on there, you're going to need that for that to stand. This is literally leaning forward on some of the things. And this is the earlier model, so this is extremely loose. It's not as strong as the Neon, but it is extremely loose. This is much more sturdy, but I think it needs more parts for it to stand up correctly. And yes, they're missing transform in some cases because we're not completely done yet. So I just trying to make sure we get it there, and we're almost there, but you guys can see the height difference right now and see where it's standing at. All right, we're going to get the neon green out here for a second and just go ahead and finish this up, and that's what you're looking at right now. So right now, that's almost a foot that we're looking at right now with the figures now. If you can see that, yeah. So it's almost a foot. It's leaning almost a foot, just about an inch and a half, about half an inch or an inch shorter than a foot. Anyways, let's go and see these neon greens on the neon green. I'm sorry, the translucent green on neon greens. Okay, screeners and meters, that is it. And that's them right now. There they are, all nice setup combined together. I think I'm waiting for 3 other pieces as far as the neon green goes. I just got those in there. I think I got 4 if I'm not mistaken. So 2 other pieces, I'm waiting for that, and that's going to be done. So if you're looking for something on a smaller scale or the scale of this size, then I say go for it. However, screeners and meters, I'm not going to lie to you. You might want to wait. Just might want to wait. That is Jim Powell's Bone Crusher with the Constructicons they have on the theme of them. So if you guys can already see right now, doesn't have an idea, this is just the arm, not even a leg, the arm. You might want to just wait that out, and it is highly articulated. And I don't know if I have the review up yet. I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to have it after this one, so give me some time. But guys, oh my god, this is so serious. But anyways, all right, screeners and meaners, thanks for the watch. Do what you do as long as you do it well. I am JRL Network, and I am out.